And he had asked me to go. He was just like, he wanted to treat me to something nice. He felt like, I was deserving, whatever.
Nice.
On the trip, then decided to be like,
Nope.
Well, I was about to say, who could have saw this coming? Who could have possibly foresaw this?
You deserve this. You do deserve something. Before you go, I know you about to take us home with it. Ladies,
Go ahead and talk to him.
I don't give a
Oh.
if the nigga say he joking, he saying I'm playing. No, like
Jokes ain't good.
no nigga that want to be your friend is playing like that.
if I made it clear, like, this is where I stand, it don't really matter what my thing is, if I'm your friend and we decide we're friends, then we friends.
So this
No,
is you problem.
See,
different.
the thing about it is, as a man, I'm gonna be Professor Ogilvy. You could be Nikki Parker all you want.
Exactly.
If I don't
So
want you,
why
I
is
don't
it
want
okay
you.
that a man can do that, but as a woman,
We
it's like,
never-
well, you
no,
can't because she's a man.
Because you put yourself in a situation though.
And why are you saying women as if I didn't just give you a story of a man doing the same thing?
So when I say women, I'm saying that it's a blanket statement. It's not
Yeah.
like women. Like I'm
So then
saying,
blanket
like,
it and say people.
no, it's women.
Oh my God.
It was cool. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like a horrible trip.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Would you
It
do it
actually, I wouldn't mind doing it again with the right people.
Okay.
I think for me, I just wasn't with the right person.
And it went to Jamaica and straight back.
It stopped at Cayman Island, then
Okay,
it went to
Buffalo
Jamaica,
style. Nice.
and then it came back.
Was it a bay ship? Like, were you on a vacation type vibe?
So not a vacation, because this is not someone that I've been dating or nothing like that. It was actually somebody who I've been like friends with for years.
I got you.
And he had asked me to go. He was just like, he wanted to treat me to something nice.
Nice.
He felt like, I was deserving, whatever.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, that was cool. Now, granted, he on the trip then decided to be like,
Well, I was about to say, who could have saw this coming? Who could have possibly foresaw this?
You deserve this. You do deserve something.
Guys, I know every guy has probably used this type of riz before, to where you want to treat a woman and say she deserves this type of vacation. You only do something like that as if reciprocation is involved. Do not do this to a friend trying to surprise them on a trip, because you possibly will. I ain't gonna say possibly. You will get your feelings hurt at the end of the trip. Just being honest.
and I said, no, thank you.
Oh, no. Like,
And
Oh, my God.
I think it just.
So you got sailed out, not flew out.
So you gotta fly to Miami first, and then you sail out.
this nigga said, you gonna be in the middle of the ocean. Where you going?
Basically,
Decide.
honestly, I went throughout the rest of the damn cruise. I was
Think
all
about,
of
think about how diabolical a cruise is, though, because you can't fly yourself out of there. Like, unless you got helicopter Ubers, you pretty much stuck.
You could get to your destination and then get a flight if you wanted to.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it
Has
just,
she done that before? Like, I didn't know you could do that.
yeah, it was cool though. It wasn't bad. I just honestly,
Which is different.
definitely different. I think for me, it was more so like, I thought, I was like, I'm gonna go and have fun. I'm gonna relax, all the things. But it became stressful. Like when somebody then it's like they like you and you're like,
I ain't come here for that. But let me ask you this: why accept the trip under those premises?
There we go.
well, first of all, he and I have been friends for a while. And secondly,
really?
the things that he said were true. I do deserve it. I do work hard. I have been like the facts are the facts. I don't care how you swing it.
You don't deserve anything if someone is paying for it for you. If you deserve something, pay for it yourself and treat yourself. But don't go and think like, oh, my friend is treating me out. I do deserve this. He's such a good person. No, there's hidden intentions behind the scenes.
She said he sent me the money. I didn't ask.
I didn't say he didn't send me no money. He paid for
I'm
himself.
talking about like
That's
metaphorically.
crazy.
Oh yeah, like, and the thing is, I'm also one of the people that like I'm very clear about my intentions, who I am, what I want, what I'm okay with, all the things. We had a full blown conversation about this.
You already said you're not getting
About
no
the
pussy.
trip specifically?
Yes, specifically when he asked me.
he goofy.
And I said, hold on, because like he would make jokes and stuff, and I said, hold on.
They was
Soft launch.
They was soft launch.
I was like, hold on. I said, let's unpack this and really, because you always making jokes. He was like, but they just jokes. And I said, but it wasn't like no
Serious.
sexual jokes.
no, we
y'all.
got you.
It
It was
wasn't.
like slight passes. We men. We
No,
know,
like
bro.
it wasn't even passes. It was jokes about like,
It was.
well, nah, because we like as friends, you talk about relationships, right? And so you talk about people you're dating, experience and stuff. So he would make jokes about that, and
Like, give me an example. Give me one joke, like a would be.
honestly, I can't even remember.
That's why
but
I said make one up. And
There were passes. I don't know why she being so difficult.
like in that line.
I think it would be something like
should be with
like
you.
he in the military, so he would be like, nah, you better go get the military benefits, like
I got
stuff
you.
like that. And I'm like,
That's a pass. He's telling you to get with a military guy because he's in the military, aka himself.
I wouldn't be able to read that either. I don't get it.
get a grip. He in the military, so like you need the military benefits.
To get the benefits.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, he didn't say come get him. He said go get him.
Well, he was like, no, what you need is the military benefits type stuff. So I'm like, you always making like little comments and stuff. So are you for real? Or are you playing? And he was like, nah, I just be joking. And like, but you gotta be
for real.
Then I would have said, I don't like you like that. The same thing I said when he said I was joking. I said, okay, good, because I don't like you like that. And I was clear. I said,
buddy, a goofy.
I'm not there.
No, I feel that.
And he was like, I'm not there either. Like it's just be chatting. I'm like, okay, cool. So even having a conversation about him asking me to go, I was just like, cool. So are you clear? Like, because to me, it's never given that. And it never will give that. And I even told him that I've had multiple experiences with friends in the past who have then crossed the line and said they have feelings for me, they want to be with me, and I've let it be known it would never be that. Yeah. So I'm clear.
Before they get deeper into the conversation, guys, don't ever overextend yourself to try and make friends. Your bae or your future girl, future wifey, if there's no reciprocation, if she's not giving you no signs, no hints, and if she even tells you that she's not feeling you like that, don't press it anymore. If you really like her like that, just wait until she actually comes on to you, but never have the thought in your mind that it can actually be something. Just move on to something else, because you're just wasting your time and you're going to make yourself look stupid.
Here, I was.
There's no escaping a friend zone, my boy.
Yeah, so this is you problem.
That's what I said. So when we on a trip and like we're having a good time, and then a day into it, he's like, "Wow, you're everything."
Oh my God!
And I really want to be with you.
Bikini or something like.
It wasn't.
What the fuck? No. Well, before you go, 'cause I know you about to take us home with it. Ladies,
go ahead and talk to him.
I don't give a if the nigga say he joking, he's saying I'm playing. No, like
jokes ain't good.
No nigga that want to be your friend is playing like that.
But coming out in a bikini will never get you. That'll never get you married. Like be bad every day. We have nigga every day, but that don't mean that I want to marry you. Like his thing was, I don't know. He was like, after being in this space, I knew you deserve this. I know the type of person you are. I know who you are. We've been friends for years. I know the woman that you are, and I respect you. I hold you to high regard. So now I'm coming into this space, and we're spending quality time together. We just spent 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, because we did the Miami, and then we. So it's like I spent some hours with you. Now I can see like I could you could be my partner. You're somebody that I feel like I can be with day in and day out. And so it ain't had nothing to do with the bikini. Like, granted, I did come out in the bikini, but
okay, she came out in a bikini. But the sad part is that he spent all this time with her, all this getting to know her behind the scenes, even more from them just being friends, and it got him nothing. And the fact is that she can't understand that her coming out in a bikini, that does send certain signals. I'm just gonna be honest. You might think it's just your friend. He already told you he like you. Once you start showing certain body parts even more, it's gonna reinforce that. Damn, she might feel me. She ain't got a cover up on. Oh damn, she let me see all the yams. Oh man, it's a 2-piece. If it's the more exposure you show, the more it's gonna make him think that he might have a shot.
I hear what you're saying. My only point is he wanted this the whole time. He's like
exactly.
I don't want to say he was not your friend, but to me, a friend, like any woman I consider a friend, I'm not interested in them. So I don't play like that. I don't joke, whatever. Because if you do, not saying you, I guess I can say you're not a friend. You're a person that's actually waiting for your time.
Yeah,
you want more. So that was his thing the whole time. Like, so it's like, and my thing, I'm thinking about like my wife. Like, if she ever told me about a nigga playing, it's like, yo, this is over. Like, this nigga not your friend no more. This is a boundary.
Well, you also y'all are married. I'm single. I'm a single person. I'm not dating at all. But also, it's a thing of like, if I made it clear, like this is where I stand, it don't really matter what my thing is, if I'm your friend and we decide we're friends, then we friends.
No.
If you decide to try to cross that line and I say no, it's not that, we remain where we are. Like I said, I've had multiple people. This isn't the first situation. I've had this happen at least 3 times in my life.
If you've had this happen 3 times, to savor a friendship, you don't need to go. Say no. I don't care if he start telling you this, you deserve this crap. No, you pay for yourself because you deserve it. So you gonna pay for it. Don't accept no guy's money thinking that it's all friends and fine and dandy. And once you come out there and he try and go ahead and spit this super riz on you, he start getting rocked up around you. You can't expect for him to just still be a friend. No, that man had hidden intentions and he wanted it to be something more. So you need to take accountability as well if you feel like this is your friend.
Where I've been friends with somebody for years and then they have felt feelings and asked to step over, and I said no.
No, so I think there's a difference again between someone being your friend and someone being friendly enough to stay around.
Yeah.
And that's what it sounded like it was, because as a friend, as a man who has a load of female friends, I've never had no inclination of thinking anything like that. I don't look at them like that. Half the women you just see me on the phone with, they're just cool women. Like, I'm not on that. And it's because they're my friends. I don't allow women to friend zone me unless I'm their friend. Like, I have a rule against that. A woman cannot try to bro me, friend zone me. I will tell her straight up and down, I'm not your bro. I will
So what about the girls who like you?
What you mean who like me?
Like, if you just feel like they're your friend, but they like you and they want more than that.
It's different.
See, the thing about it is, as a man, I'm gonna be Professor Ogilvy. You could be Nikki Parker all you want.
Exactly.
So why is it okay that a man can do that, but as a woman, it's like, well, you can't because you're
because you put yourself in that situation, though.
Yeah.
You put yourself in that situation too. You
He
just
ain't going
said,
no cruising. I'm Nikki Parker.
That's not the point. That's not what I'm saying. The point that
A man knows who he wants to bust down. If he genuinely knows that she's a friend, nothing more will come out of that. But ma'am, you're going to put yourself in situations where you're going to think it's a friend, but he really has intentions to F you. He wants to bust you down.
that I'm making is that you just stated, I asked you if there's a woman that likes you, but you see her as a friend. How do you said
So
she
I
could be
was- I was gonna
Nikki? You
explain
should
to
be
you.
Nikki Parker, and I'm be Professor Ogilvy, meaning that she would still be around in some capacity because you see her as a friend.
But not to that capacity.
To what capacity?
To where I'm gonna take her on a cruise.
Yep. Professor Ogilvy and Nick Park weren't friends.
Yeah.
That's fine, but also don't do that because that's just the,
Hold on,
the
let's
shit
not
that
put
that
it
nigga
too
threw
much.
out there. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Irrelevant to what? That's irrelevant. But what I'm saying is, regardless, you still keep the friend around. That's after they've expressed that they're interested in you. In this case,
No, I never said that I would keep a girl around. No, you just asked me how would I handle it.
Okay, so what did the Professor and Nikki Parker thing mean?
I was just saying like she would just be chasing me forever. Like that's just what it is. That was the joke. That was the reference. But in totality, is one of the things where I've cut women off for that personally because you can't manage that. If you have feelings for me, you're not my friend.
Exactly.
You are waiting for an opportunity, and if I'm in a relationship or whatever, I got to be able to stand fast on knowing that now we just friends, and I know what your intentions are. Now, if somebody conceal their intentions, if she don't let me know she has feelings,
Exactly.
that's not the same. But the moment that those feelings are expressed, it's like, no, we're not friends.
So am I not clear? Was I not clear about the conversation being that it was made clear?
I'm not. So for me, I'm not. My perspective is not a refute to what you're saying. It's just an additive. So what I'm saying is, once a woman discloses that she likes me, she's not my friend.
Correct.
No, the problem is that she still stayed there and did all the trip stuff. And when he told her he wanted to have something more serious, she still did the get along gang with it. She didn't cut it off, or she didn't just say, I'm not going to go. She is the problem in this situation as well as him.
I also don't allow a woman to friend zone me if I know I'm attracted to her. I make that blatantly clear. It's like, you are not my friend. Like, we're not friends. We can be cool. We can have a relationship, but you're not my friend.
Yeah.
And women are trying to play that game. And the thing about it is, the reason why men don't know what stone they can or cannot turn is because sometimes a woman will accept that as a game to keep a man close enough until she feels like she wants to let him turn.
Why you saying? Not y'all. You ain't saying nothing. Why you saying women as if I didn't just give you a story of a man doing the same thing?
So when I say women, I'm saying that it's a blanket statement. It's not like women. Like
so
I'm saying,
blanket it and say people.
No, it's women.
Oh my goodness.
Women do it too.
Women do it too, but men do it as well. So why can't it just be people?
No, because you said men, right? Did I say people?
I didn't say men at all. I talked about that one particular person. I didn't say a gender. You said women.
100%. Because I'm saying if you're presenting it as men, I'm saying that in reverse, also women do it as well. And I'd say it as a man that I don't let a woman friend zone me, nor do I let a woman overstep my friend zone. So
we can still speak in generalities. I understand people do things, but we know when sometimes one gender does it more than the other one. When we talking about friend zoning, we already know what comes to your head. It's gonna be a woman friend zoning a guy. Come on now, we don't have to be that specific about it. We know what time it is. Both parties do it, but when a man friend zones a woman, it's way different than when a woman friend zones a man. Because if a man really ain't trying to move her up to another level, it's gonna stay there, and she usually gonna stay in her position, and she's okay being a friend without even pushing it. But on a guy's side, it's gonna be skewed advice. It's gonna be hidden intentions. Every time y'all go out, you gonna have to worry about, him doing this, or if you bring somebody else around, him sabotaging that. You gotta be careful with that, ladies.
why would I blink it any farther than that? You want me to
because
talk
we're
about
talking about both
girl?
of us. We're talking about my situation. So if we talking about my situation and my experience, ain't no way you just turn it only on your situation, your experience, when it started with mine. So we can blanket and say people, because I'm talking about men, you talking about women, we talking about people.
I'm trying to receive what you're saying, which I can understand, but the premise of what you're saying was an example that was centered, right, in self. Then my additional perspective was centered in self. It was never a generalized conversation.
It is a generalized conversation when it starts off. If it started off about me, so then we could just not talk about you at all then, if that's the case, because the conversation started off about me.
Wait, I'm confused.
Oh, she mad now.
Because the conversation started off about my experience, correct?
Then we started. Then we pivoted and we started to talk.
There
about
was no
friend zone.
pivot. We still on the same topic.
Friend zones.
Okay, so friend zones apply to people, not just women.
But
and
I'm a
not just
man
men.
that friend zone women,
That's
and who have
fine.
also been
That's
friend
okay.
zone or attempted to be friend zoned by women.
And that's okay.
Yeah, like you said, you gave your perspective as a woman who have friend zoned the man who then tried to exit the friend zone. Am I correct?
Sure.
Okay, so that's how the conversation went.
You still missing the point? Or
So-
are you doing it deliberately or?
Nah,
Okay.
Disconnect perspective. Perspective. I get what you're saying. But I get what you're saying. So I think to land it on though, I'll only ask you this. To look back on the 3 or 4 different examples of occurrences, how I'm receiving it is if someone is playing a joke or joking about their intentions or, interest in you, is it feasible or sensible to say, oh, no, they're just my friend? Like, cause he's saying how he deals with it. Hearing that, I'm curious of your thoughts about that. Like, moving forward, if it happens again, would you deal with the same exact way?
Well, no, but also to clarify that initially when the joke was made, that's why I asked the question.
Right.
Because I'm giving you honesty, I expect you to be honest.
Right.
So if you make a joke and I'm asking you, is there truth in your joke, or like what are we doing? What is that? Because I took it as a joke and you're like, no, I'm just joking. Okay, I took it as a joke because it's never been that in the past 4 or 5 years we've known each other and been communicating and all the things. So if I took it as a joke and when you said it, now I'm like, well, this is a whole different situation. If this situation comes up, I know that I can't, if it's not a joke, we can't go that route. But if you're saying, no, it's just a joke, I didn't mean it, it wasn't nothing, and you say you're being honest, and I take what you said at face value, then cool, I'm gonna give you that. I'll give you because we're friends. In my opinion, we've been friends for X amount of time. So I don't see you as a liar. I don't see you as somebody who's trying to be manipulative or take advantage of me, because I trust you and I see you as a friend. Now, when you do the opposite, then that's for me to make the decision to say, okay, you're not the person that I want to be around. You're not my friend, all those things.
Okay, well, he explained that, and then you still went on the trip, though. See, that's why this is kind of getting a little bit stretched out. I want to see where the conversation goes at, but she's still not getting the premise, or as to she's already had this happen 3 times prior. Why did you still allow this one to go as far as it did, and you still get the same outcome?
Yeah, I can see that. I would say, like, in those situations, I don't always think that somebody's intentions is manipulative. I just think it's more opportunistic, like trying to create an opportunity to turn the tide. Because typically, when friendships when they become, you cross that threshold, it has to be some tide that has to be turned, and sometimes it don't always happen organically. Sometimes he, like, maybe not, when I say he, this is me speaking in general, not to, because I don't know the person, right? I'm saying in general, when a man says, maybe if I show her this side of me, or if I put her in this environment or in this predicament, she may see me the way I want to be saw. Essentially.
That is true.
Now, granted, a person can have a foreign boundary that say, no matter what you do, I see you as what it is, but that's not going to stop somebody from trying to create that opportunity.
But that makes you manipulative, because if you are saying that I already know the answer is this, and I'm saying, well, let me try to put you in this environment and change things around so that way you can change your mind.
I'm not mad at that.
That's manipulative, but also.
But to what avail, though? Because like,
you have
no, that shows that he's trying to put in effort. You're the one opening the door to allow him to apply the effort. Think about that.
To be honest,
I'm not. So when I'm asking you for context, to what avail? Because when we think about that word, right? Manipulation often has a negative connotation, right?
Oh, well, that's not always true.
Yeah, no, so I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, to what avail. So it's like, if he's trying to manipulate you because he want to marry you, essentially, but like, to his mind, he like, I have to create this atmosphere for her to realize that I'm what she's missing, right?
He don't necessarily have to manipulate me. He could be manipulating the situation, because if things aren't natural and organic, and you are actually putting things in place, you are manipulating something.
That's without a doubt.
So,
but that's why I said, to what avail? Like, what to what means, to what end? Do you think of somebody's intentions? Do you think is ill intended, or do you think that?
I don't think it's ill intended. I think that even what he did or whatever, I don't think there was any ill intent there, right? I think that the issue for me is that there's dishonesty.
Right.
And that you're not, because at the end of the day, when I asked initially, you had the opportunity to say what it is. So that way I have the opportunity to make a choice whether I actually want to be put in that position. Right. Because I might be like, you know, this is the thing, I'm very, very self-aware and I know myself. So if you like, nah, you need to just let me show you that I'm the man for you, whatever. Nigga, if I know that I don't like you in that way, and if it's a legit solid thing about it, then I'm gonna be like, nope, let's not do that. Yeah. But if there is some lingering, some thought, some type of, even just a twinge of, then I could be like, okay, cool, show me what's up.
Or you may be like, I'm not interested, but at least you told me. I'm still willing to go with all information given. You may say it, but at least you know going into it.
I wouldn't have went because I'm one of the people that I don't like using people. I don't like making people feel
fair.
And I felt like that trip, I made him feel and
he brought it on himself.
But he did bring it on himself for sure. He was a goofy for that. But at the same time, I think she already knew. A lot of women will throw that idea in the back of their head that, oh, he don't like me like that. But you know he really do. You gotta have a little bit more discernment with your friends or whatnot. If he done made jokes about it and he telling you that you deserve it, come on now. Like, what is anybody telling me I deserve a trip and she may be a chick? I'm thinking you already know what I'm thinking about. I ain't thinking nothing, just friend. She trying to get at me. So for her not to use that same discernment is wild, which is why I think the logic sometimes disappears in some of these situations, and they wonder why things happen. It's like, you see how I think. I'm thinking like automatically this is probably what it's going to be, but they thinking that I do deserve this. Yes, he's such a great friend to do this. Nah, friends don't do stuff like that, just being honest.
Dampened the whole trip.
I'm sure.
I mean, of course. I thought I was getting some pussy.
Yeah. No, he didn't. But that was the thing. And that's another thing. Because even outside of the conversation, like a big part of... Oh, you disagree. Understood.
I ain't say nothing. I'm just listening.
A big part of the...
I'm actually intrigued at this point.
All right.
Comical.
We pivoted after this, but I'm intrigued.
No, a big part of the trip was like, he usually goes on trips and he's usually a wild boy. Like, he always wilding out. This was supposed to be like a wholesome trip. It was his mom's birthday. So he was like, I'm trying to be... calm. I'm not trying to be on that type of stuff. I'm also he's supposed to be celibate. He wants to wait until marriage to have sex, all the things. So it's like when he came into the situation, it's more so like the expectation wasn't to have sex, but I think it was for me to feel something. And so now that I don't, it's kind of like he's like, oh, I wanted us to basically fall in love and it be more than just that. So that way when we are ready to venture into sex, it'll be good. But
hey, listen, fellas, flat out, I know it's happened at times where you found your way to be able to escape the friend zone, but I would never encourage you to accept the friend zone to begin with. If you know that you have any underlying desire, any urge, any slight attraction, do not allow her to friend zone you, because at least she know from the rip any conversation y'all have where you stand, no matter if it's a friendly conversation, no matter if it's a great conversation, she at least know in the back of her mind that you're not doing this posing as a friend with underlying or hidden agendas. You made it evidently clear. Any connection we form, as much as a bond can be created, it's not where I'm your homeboy. Like, you can't come to me and ask me for love advice. You can't come to me and ask me.
But we did do that though. That's the thing.
That's the problem.
To the men that ain't in that situation. For the men who found themselves thinking that that's the right approach, I'm telling you, it's not. If you know that you like a woman, if you know that you find yourself attracted to her, don't allow her to friend zone you. Tell her no. I tell a chick all the time, that friend request pending. Like, what that mean? I don't know if we friends yet. I don't know if I like you yet. I'm getting to know you. You're not going to come into this and tell me what this is, because I don't know what it is for me. You can't make me be your friend. I've had girls be mad at that, but it don't matter to me, because it's like, if you coming into a situation and I know that I have some slight attraction to you, I have to be able to dissolve that before I can say I'm your friend. And through conversation, it might happen like, oh yeah, like, yeah, you're not my type.
I wouldn't even.
Cool, you friends. What you need? Relationship advice? What you like? I'm your homie. Like, but if I don't have that time and opportunity to be able to dissolve it, then it's pending. And that's what you better off telling the woman. If she try to friend zone you, because leaving it pending, all they do is strike their curiosity. It don't make them. All I'm not gonna be like, oh well, we're not friends, we're not talking. Most of the time, they try to fight to get you in that zone. And at least as long as you stated your intentions for it not to be that, if you do ever try to make a pass at her, she can't say you ain't tell her.
I think that's probably one of the biggest things that guys have to try and overcome is like the FOMO almost. You know, a lot of guys will stay in situations because they don't want to lose something, and sometimes we feel like we're in a scarcity mindset. See, women, they don't live in a scarcity mindset, so they live in an abundance mindset. So a lot of guys have to end up building themselves up, growing, rising to the occasion, so that we can actually adopt that abundance mindset to where we can let some of them go, and we're okay with losing certain situations, so that we don't have to be getting played and being mishandled.
Yep, definitely. I agree with that. I only can say that, remember my whole triangle situation. Yep. The one time that I did accept the friend zone, I got out of there, of course.
Yeah, I don't accept that shit.
I'm him, it's a little different. But no, like I got out of there. But to your point, ultimately how it all ended, that's how you start, that's how you finish. Yep. It added to confusion feelings from her side because of stuff, whatever. So if I could, not saying I would do it differently necessarily, but I understand in hindsight why certain shit was confusing.
I mean, and I would say even for women, like, and this is for me, lesson learned, honestly. At my big age and my fine ass age, I don't need no fucking male friends. Honestly. So when niggas like, you can't have no friends, no, because y'all are not fucking friends.
Niggas don't even start friendship like that.
You're not.
Sure.
No, not even that. Not that, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm saying they wrong.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm outside of it, I'm just saying, niggas is not your friends. I mean, like I said,
I'm not mad at the blanket statement. I'm not mad at it.
I've been in multiple situations. And this is the thing. I have solid, real male friends. And they've been my friends since childhood or like, a certain age, right. And they like family. But other than that, no, meeting new niggas and trying to be their friend, like, I'm cool. The only issue with that is just like a lot of times, like in the industry that we in, you network.
Even the old ones are possibly not just a friend, because if you were to open that door up, they possibly would take it. The only ones that's probably really gonna be your friend is gonna be family members, people like that. But just like, or if you all got like married couples, but y'all probably ain't talking like that. But people in relationships or whatnot. But even then, like if the door was open, they might jump through it. So yeah, I think that's probably some decent advice. Most guys are not gonna be your friends, because there's always gonna be some hidden intentions probably, to where the door of sex can be opened up. But here's the thing about it. That guy can definitely have a woman in his corner and not look at her as sexual, ticket to where he doesn't want to have sex with her or whatnot. And it's okay. So men can actually friend zone a lot better than I think women can, because once a man knows that he don't want to deal with that at all, he's not going to deal with it. He ain't going to mess it up. I know a lot of guys who run from situations just to not mess it up. You feel me? So I think I'm going to leave it right here, because they kind of just going back and forth, really talking about the same exact things. But I think that guy was goofy for sure for taking her on a trip trying to profess her love. But a lot of women will sit right here and say that, you got to put in that effort if you want wifey. There's been situations where the guy put in a lot of effort and then it changed her mind. So is he really wrong? She said it was manipulation, but is he wrong for really trying to push the situation? To each his own. I think he kind of goofy for trying to press on something that don't like him. But I think that she's wrong too if she is a friend for accepting it, because you still open the door to allow him to possibly jump in and try another pull out of the hat trick. You feel me? I got a rabbit out my hat. I got some flowers for you. It's the same trick over and over. And she said she's been through it so many times. Why are you still allowing yourself to be getting put in these situations? And it's because you are allowing it. And it sounds good because he put the trip. Oh, he paid for it. Oh, wow. Damn. Some things you still don't need to accept, even if it seems like it's nice. Just because it glitters don't mean it's gold. So that's possibly a situation that you need to try and pull yourself out of, so that you don't have these situations arise. So I think both parties are at fault. I'm not going to sit right here and say it's just him. I'm not going to sit here and say it's just her. Both parties are at fault. But that friend zone situation is crazy. I don't like I'm married, so a friend zone situation is different for me. But if I'm a single guy, I just rather not even talk to a female if I know I'm gonna be put in a friend zone. It don't feel good, especially if I know if I like her and she just treat me like a friend. That's gonna be strange as hell to me. If some form of reciprocation has to be met sooner or later, and I mean it don't have to be big reciprocation, the whole sleeping with somebody immediately, no, but some type of sexual energy has to be kind of transferred, whether it be from physical touch, maybe a kiss or whatnot, something to where it shows that, okay, I'm getting something back. But if it's only just like me doing friend advice, this, that, and then constant calling me still, I'm being used at this point. You could be used for other things outside of money as well. You could be used for energy, time, and attention. So I'll have this link in the description where y'all can watch this in its entirety. Great conversation between them. Definitely should have gave her a little bit more pushback. It is what it is, though. Make sure y'all like the video, comment below. This is your guy, JayBReacts. And until next time, y'all. Peace.